Hey everybody, it's Brian Shannon from AlphaTrends.net. Today is Wednesday the 6th. Let's follow up on these indices. Over the weekend, I said, I was hoping we would see a pullback down towards the anchored VWAP from the year-to-date high. That's that red line. On the way up, we blasted right through it, and so far we're blasting right through it on the downside, which is why we look at them as a level of interest. Just below us, we also have the anchored volume-weighted average price from last month's low. So I'm expecting that the markets will begin to stabilize somewhere in this zone. Right now, there is zero evidence of that stabilization taking place. When we look at the shorter term time frame, here's a 2-minute time frame, and you can see we're below the daily volume weighted average price. So I'm not looking to buy this market until a minimum of we see something, along the lines of, that 5-day, that volume weighted average price flattening out, and then maybe there's a bounce candidate for up to the second day anchored VWAP. But right now, I just don't see any advantage to the long side on this 30-minute time frame. For the Nasdaq, same story. We're getting that pullback down into this zone where we have the anchored volume weighted average price from this low 2 weeks ago and from the year-to-date high. So 372 is a potential level of support. It's definitely a level of interest because it's been prior support, resistance. Now maybe it'll flip to support again with those two things there, those anchored VWAPs, that is. The issue is, in the next coming days, as we get rid of this data, what's going to happen to this 5-day moving average? It's going to start to roll over like this. So maybe we just need a little bit deeper correction in the next couple days before we set out, next week for a continuation higher. So same is true for the S&P 500 that, if we start to stabilize in here and maybe even pull back a little bit, and we'll want to keep an eye on an anchored volume weighted average price from this recent high as well. As long as we're below that, and you can see that's our month to date right now too. As long as we're below that month to date anchored volume weighted average price, you got to be a little bit cautious about making new purchases in anything that you're looking to purchase, including, of course, these indices.